women wear scarves or wigs on their heads?
For respect.
My name is Viviana Nieves. What's yours?
The same way it is forbidden for a man to touch any woman other than one's wife.
Marsha, the children.
I had a dream.
This way. I like it like that.
Hashem told you to dance in a tango contest?
A Gentile dancing teacher wants to tango with you?
Dance.
In a TV contest?
No! You're a lunatic! She's a bad mother.
You might find there's no need to touch this woman in tango.
How can I achieve my goal without sacrificing my sacred beliefs?
We're gonna kick him right out of the community.
I got big problems.
Big problems can be such big fun.
How do we convince people that a young, pretty shiksa dancing partner is just a young, pretty shiksa dancing partner?
She should be dressing very modestly. You cannot even touch her hair. You cannot even have eye contact with her. If I understand the communication from that dance tango, it's impossible. Why are you hoping that he sins?
We've got work to do.
We should be praying that he doesn't sin.
I never had a best friend before.
Who is that?
Yo!
Observations with Robert Meyer Burnett.
Well, greetings, imagination connoisseurs. Once again, it is I, your Duke of Dope Discourse, your master of fun and wonder, your viceroy of verisimilitude, your sommelier of sci-fi and cinema, your evangelist of the imagination, the still undefined existential Mr. Rogers, Robert Meyer Burnett, and as always, I am robcasting at you, you imagination connoisseurs, you members of this, the Post-Geek Singularity community. This is a special episode of Robservations, self-serving, self-aggrandizing, egomaniacal, and yet still fun for all. This is an episode where I'm going to give away many tickets to the premiere and the day after the premiere of Tango Shalom. So if you're some of my LA and NYC peeps, you have an opportunity to win tickets to Tango Shalom. I also thought that we would celebrate Tango Shalom. Of course, as many of you know, I have actually been working on Tango Shalom since May of 2016. It defines independent cinema in every sense of the word. It was made in fits and starts. And certainly for me, we started, we stopped, started again. And you know, the dream of any independent filmmaker is to see their film picked up for distribution, international distribution, worldwide distribution, and to see your film, well, be illuminated by the light of a projector bulb in a movie theater that people actually pay money to go and see. And thanks to the lovely people at Vision Films, that has happened. As indie filmmakers, our dream was realized by Vision Films. So kudos to the team that they have put together. My God, are they doing a good job promoting our little movie that the little movie that could. It is. I've said to many people are like, Rob, what is this movie? What is Tango Shalom? And you've heard me say it before. I'm sure I'm going to say it a lot the next couple days. It is a Jewish indie spiritual quest family dance comedy fable, because the world needs more of those. So that's what it is. It is the last performance of the late, great Joseph Bologna, who many of you might remember from Blame It on Rio or My Favorite Year. He is an Academy Award-nominated screenwriter for Lovers and Other Strangers, along with his wife, the great Renee Taylor, who you might remember from everything from The Nanny to recent Adam Sandler movies. These two were legends. They were Broadway legends. They were New York City theater legends, and Joe helped write the screenplay. He plays Father Anthony in the film, and Renee Taylor plays Moshe Yehuda's mother, Deborah Yehuda. So it was great to work with them. The movie was the brainchild of Jose and Claudia Laniato. They were immigrants to America by way of Egypt and Argentina, and they came up with this story. It was directed by Renee and Joe's son, Gabriel Bologna. And, of course, I was a producer on the film. I edited the film. I also was the post-production and the visual effects supervisor. And not to be outdone, because I haven't had enough hats on this movie, I am the voice of Moses in the film. That's right, the voice of Moses. And no, I don't speak Hebrew, because it's a dream sequence, and that's the way things are. But anyway, I figured this is the week that Tango Shalom debuts in theaters on the 3rd of... It was the 3rd of September. A day I'll always remember. Yes, I will. Because that was the day. Tango Shalom came out in theaters. That's right. Not only that, it's not only in theaters in New York and Los Angeles. It is also going to be in theaters, and I love this, in Russia. That is right. We are now prepping the movie to play in Russia everywhere. If you live in Russia, or even in the Caucasus, or wherever you live, in and around Armenia, Tango Shalom is coming to a theater near you. First of all, how cool is that? I mean, as somebody who began my editorial career reading Sergei Eisenstein's book, the level of montage, and being a fan of people like Tarkovsky and Purovkin, and, there's so many Russian filmmakers who defined. As a matter of fact, I met my ex-wife working on Masters of Russian Animation. So what can I say? It's kind of apropos that the movie is playing in Russia. So tonight, I figured, yes, there are super chats and tips. You can contact me immediately. We can talk about independent filmmaking. I wanted to keep the focus on Tango Shalom. I'm going to give away sets of tickets to see Tango Shalom here at the Lemley's Town Center, and also at the East Village by Angelica in New York City on Friday and Saturday. So listen, I would ask you, obviously, well, no, I guess I can give them to anybody. If you're playing for someone else and you want to send somebody tickets and you're not in Los Angeles and New York, I can do that too. I'm going to email you the tickets. Thanks to Kristen Beto at Vision, the vice president of marketing. She's just delightful, and she made it possible. Let me just tell you, the ladies at Vision Films are the kind of ladies you want to know, because they get shit done. They are on it, which is great, especially for, someone like myself whose head is in the clouds, or in comic book pages, or in Star Trek, or wherever. If we didn't have a distribution company like Vision, I don't know where I'd be. Probably down the street with a sign in my hand saying, "Why lie? I need a beer." But no, thank God Vision Films picked up the film. And you know why they did? I'll tell you something about what's interesting about making independent cinema. One of the things is, everybody who's ever made a movie, and this is why I have said that making independent movies is incredibly, it's one of the most optimistic acts that you can commit to in your life, making independent cinema, because it's inherently an optimistic act. You have to believe that not only are you going to make a great movie, but it's the kind of movie that people are going to come out for, that is going to win. Let's face it. I don't think there's ever a filmmaker who's ever made an independent movie that isn't thinking to themselves, this could win an Academy Award. It might. Who's to say it won't? We all think that, but that's part of it. To make a movie is inherently optimistic. And what's interesting is, when you make a film, the hardest thing to do is get a distributor to watch it, because, like with screenplays, many of the independent movies that are made, let's just say, are not ever going to win an Academy Award. And I'm not even saying that Tango Shalom is the greatest movie in the world. I think what the great thing about Tango Shalom, what's great about it is it turned out exactly as it was conceived. And I think that is a win for everybody involved. But the great thing about it is, getting distributors to come see your movie, it's hard to do that because they don't want to come. it's like, most of the movies they have to sit through that they're subjected to, perhaps not the greatest in the world. So we were lucky. Just like I was lucky when Free Enterprise, my film that I directed, was picked up for distribution, because our distributor, Kristen, who's been the champion of this movie at Vision since the beginning, she was a judge at the Brooklyn Film Festival and saw the movie. Like, I wasn't calling her or peppering her computer with emails, begging her, please come see our movie. I didn't have to do that. She was a judge at a festival, and in the course of her duties for that festival, saw the movie and became its biggest champion, which is, again, that is a very great state of affairs. So how it's going to go is, I think I'll ask some trivia questions, random trivia questions, because you're imagination connoisseurs, and everyone loves movie trivia questions, don't they? So I know we've got Brian Hepburn, Joshua Levesque. We've got moderating tonight. I want to thank all of you. By the way, did you watch Cinema Gulp and review of The Protege on the channel? That was the first PGS review. I thought it was pretty good. Enjoyed seeing them. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna give away tickets, and I'm gonna start with giving one away right now. So the ticket that I'm gonna give away right now is for New York City, and it is at the Village East, the Angelica, and this ticket is going to be for 9:45 p.m. That is correct, 9:45 p.m. It's actually 2 tickets because, of course, it's for a guest. There are reserved seats. Now, I want to point out that these are tickets for Friday, September 3rd. They are going to have vaccination and mask mandates in New York City, but not yet. That's what Jaimin Hansu said, but not yet at the end of Gladiator, which could have been a trivia question. So my first trivia question for you, and I don't know if you're going to know this, imagination connoisseurs, but it's one of my favorite movies, if you don't know, is Bob Fosse's Romana Clef of his life, all that jazz. Here's the question. What does All That Jazz and John Milius's 1982 Conan the Barbarian have in common? I know everyone's going to Google, IMDb. What do they have in common? Let's see. I'm going to be looking here at the live chat. Insematic 101 says I'm drunk right now. That's what. Donnie Pearson says he's already seen Tango Shalom on the internet. I hope it wasn't pirated. No one knows? No, I'm trying to give away a ticket. I mean, come on now. What does All That Jazz, Bob Fosse's 1979 All That Jazz, and John Milius's 1982 Conan the Barbarian have in common? Valeria, Louis Terrazas. And Ryan King, no, Paul in Long Beach, but that was very, very close. Very close. Hang on. I got to check and see if Louis Terrazas actually got that correct. Hold on, Louis. Let me make sure. Let me see if you got that correct. Okay, you know what? I'm going to allow it. I'm going to give the ticket to Louis Terrazas because, I mean, okay, you were correct. You did mention the name of Sandahl Bergman's character, but it's dancer and actress Sandahl Bergman, who did play Valeria in Conan the Barbarian, but I didn't specify the question. So you, sir, I know, Louis, I don't know if you're around in and around New York, but I would ask you if you're not, I'm going to put this ticket aside. I'm actually going to only put your name on the ticket. So I'm going to put you down. Louis Terrazas, hold on. And I'm going to send that to you. You got to send me your email. If you're not in New York, send it to a friend. Very exciting. So I've given away 1 ticket, which is pretty amazing. Louis Terrazas sends in a super chat as well. and says, "Yo, dog, I'll take a ticket to watch it by myself." Well, Louis, in fact, you will take a ticket to watch it by yourself because you won one. But I would say, come on, buddy, take a date. This is a heartwarming, family-friendly film that'll warm the cockles of your cold, dead heart. Not that you have a cold, dead heart, but since you're saying you're only going to go by yourself, take somebody. Take a family member. Meet some rando on Tinder. Take her. Or him. I don't know. I don't want to make assumptions. But Louis, yo dog, you have a ticket. I want to thank for sending a diamond super chat. And Insamatic 101, who says he's drunk, sending in a super chat. Thank you for that. I don't know if anyone has any questions about independent filmmaking, because I can answer those if you'd like. And let's get on with the countdown. I have yet another ticket. This time, if you're down, let's see. Today, this is opening day. By the way, that ticket is for this Friday night at 9:45. 9:45, and so there you go, Louis. You have that ticket, 9:45. Now this is at the Lemley's Town Center in Encino, California. Two tickets to Paradise, otherwise known as Tango Shalom. So if you're interested, get ready. If you live in LA and you're in Encino, if not, if you know somebody in LA and Encino, I'm going to ask another question. All right. Bob Fosse directed All That Jazz. He previously directed 2 other musicals. Name one. I know somebody's got to get this. Come on now. I'm looking. Why does it say Friday 3-2? Oh, it should say 9-2. That's a mistake. I don't know why. Steven, thanks for pointing that out. Is that in the title? Is the title in this? 9-2. Thank you for that. I'm going to change that up right now. So it's actually 9-3. Okay, Latino Slant. My man, Paulie, Latino Slant. Him and his lady win tickets. Now, I don't know, Paulie, if you want to go check it out. It's the 420 show on Friday the 3rd. That's right. Sean's World, by the way, sent in a Super Chat sticker. Sean, you are cool. Paul says not going to Encino. Anyway, so Paulie, you and Romy won tickets to Encino. You don't have to go there. And I'll tell you what, if you haven't already bought tickets, I don't know if you did, I'll throw one in for your mom too. How about that? So hold on. Let me just write down that those tickets are for you. I like that. Life is a cabaret, isn't it, Paulie? Yes, it is. So let's see. Let's go back to New York. We're going to go back to the Angelica. But this time we're going to go Saturday, September 4th. That's right. I've got tickets for Saturday, September 4th in the morning. It's right before lunch. You can go see Tango Shalom. And you know what John Campia always says? If you're going to take a date to a movie, don't eat first. See the movie first, and then eat afterwards so you got something to talk about. Break the ice. That's what John Campia says. I agree. This is for the Village East by Angelica. And we got 2 more tickets. This is the 11:15 show. So it's an early show. I know you New Yorkers, man. You know, you've been partying until, you can actually party till 6 a.m., get to bed by 7, and, what? Sleep for 3.5 hours, something like that, and then still get to the theater. You can rock and roll that. Okay, let's see. I don't know. You know what? I'm making these trivia questions up as I go. So, let's see. What can I ask? I got one. For you. Give me two, off the top of your head, 2 movies that Steven Spielberg's wife, Kate Capshaw, starred in. What do you think? 2 movies that Kate Capshaw starred in. I used to love Kate Capshaw. I kind of had a crush on her, but then old Steve swooped in and took her home. Why wouldn't you? I like Willie Scott. Oh! Shit. What have I done? What have I done? Let's see. No one. Ooh, there's one. Jesse Swarbrick comes up with one. Did you say 2, Jesse? Or did you say 1? I said 2. You gotta have 2. 2, 2, 2. 2, 2, 2. To Google we'll go. You're not supposed to go to Google. You're supposed to know this. But Prestonian comes up with one. You're right, but you got to come up with 2. I didn't say that anybody had to direct it. I just said you got to have 2. So Prestonian, Jesse Swearbrick, you each had different ones. Whoever comes up with that second one. Okay, Paul in Long Beach. He just put the 2 together. You were I got to give them to you, Paul, but do you want those tickets? Because you said you don't have tickets to go see it at... Oh, wait, that's at the Angelica. All right, I'm going to send you those tickets. You better know somebody in New York. You can send the tickets to. I'm going to email these to you. You want them. So Paul in Long Beach comes out from behind. I know, and he put 2 together, but you answered the question. I got to do it. He's the comedian of the bunch. He's our official comedian. So there you go. Paul in Long Beach won those tickets. So there you go. Louis Terrazas, our first winner, says, Rob, I knew the answer because I studied All That Jazz in film school, and Conan is a favorite. All That Jazz is a smaller type of film that Hollywood skips now. Yes, but you know who loves All That Jazz, and we're in good company? David Fincher. David Fincher loves All That Jazz. And I would say to you that All That Jazz is in my top 10 of all time. It's really the movie that made me want to edit. Alan Himes' editing is exquisite. He also does commentary on one of the DVDs. How many editors get to do DVD commentary? It's, in my mind, not enough. Not enough. I know, Paul. Well, so, Paul, are you going to relinquish your tickets? Red Marbles, Renee, that's a good one. You know what? That's a good question, Red Marbles. I'm going to steal Red Marbles' character. So Paul in Long Beach is relinquishing his tickets. All right? Paul, Red Marbles asks a great question. What is Renee Taylor's character in... What is her name? What is Renee Taylor's character in The Nanny? Who is the first person that can come up with that? Renee Taylor's character in The Nanny. I know that because, well, you'll find out soon enough. Let's see. Everyone's talking about Space Camp and Black Rain. I love it. I love it. I love you guys. We're all such imagination connoisseurs. Come on. Anyone? You asked the question. Somebody must know it. Tom Jr. Jackson is here. Tom Jr. Jackson asks, is he the official goof of the Post-Geek Singularity? Yes, he is. Tom Jr. Jackson's typo became one of the great things about this channel, which is the fact that we are all goof people. We're not all good people. We're all goof people. So Tom Jr. Jackson, I would say that does... Oh! Joshua Gonzalez. I believe Joshua Gonzalez wins with the name Sylvia Fine. Sylvia Fine, were you the first person to say it? Moderators, tell me if Joshua Gonzalez is, in fact, our winner. Sylvia Fine is the correct answer. Now, I would say that that Joshua Gonzalez, you did win tickets to the Angelica at 11:15 a.m. If you're not in New York, well, you can send them to other people. Now, I need to have your email because I have to email these tickets out. So, Joshua, you can send this to family members or whatever if you're not in the New York area. But you did, in fact, win the tickets. You know, and if you're not, what a cool thing. Call your friend up and go, hey, bruh, or uncle or aunt, whoever. You get to gift them, if you're not in New York City, with tickets to the Angelica on Saturday at 11 a.m. this Saturday to see Tango Shalom. This is great. I feel like I'm on some radio show giving tickets away. So there you go. I think that's amazing. So yes, Tom, you are the official goof, and I want to thank you for that. So we're going back to Los Angeles. If you want to join Pauly Latino Slant, the great Latino slant that has been ripped from YouTube, taken off YouTube. I need to hear the tale to amuse your captain. No, we're going back to the Lemley's Town Center. We're going to Lemley's Town Center in Encino for a 420 show, dude. The Dank Nug show happening at 420. If you are in Encino, or you can get to Encino and you want tickets, free tickets to see Tango Shalom, you can get them. Let's see. My next question is going to be, here's a good one. Alan Dean Foster wrote the story, the outline for what would become Star Trek The Motion Picture. What was the name of his story outline? And it was going to be done for the Star Trek Phase 2 television series. I know it's kind of a rando Star Trek question. I'm pulling it out of my tuchus, as they say in Tango Shalom. But hey, if you know the answer, you could win tickets to the Lemley. Keaton Goldson says, Shalom, Rob. Yerushalayim Shel Zahav. Yes, how are you? It's a shame Tango Shalom isn't playing in Fontana. It is, but you know what? If people go this weekend, it could be everywhere. S. Beam says he's not going to be near Encino. Well, that's too bad. No, Red Marbles, Nemesis. In my image is close, Jeffrey. Close, Jeffrey Lindenblatt. But in my image is, you got one, you've got, no. In thy image. Yep, that's right. So there we go. That is correct. So let me see who, wait, hang on. Hang on. So, hang on. Let me as I'm looking, I know this is live. I'm keeping up. So Sandpit Entertainment wins that. Sandpit Entertainment, I don't know if you've been here the whole time. You have won tickets, 2 tickets to Lemley's Town Center Theater in Encino, a great art house theater, to see Tango Shalom. Now, everybody, you're going to have to, moderators, if you could, ask these people to email you, the people that win, so I can send these tickets to them as soon as I can. So Sandpit Entertainment, you get 2 tickets if you want them. And let me just put you down here, which is very, let's see. You win, which is exciting. You win 2 tickets to see Tango Shalom at 420, dude. 420 at the Angelica. Pardon me, at Lemley's Town Center. I'm getting confused. But yes, you do get 4 tickets. And let's see, I'll put this down for you as well. Let's see. Sandpit. So there you go. Got those together. That was pretty good. Let's see. What's my next question to ask you? Okay. I got one for you. In Greece. In Greece. I don't know where these questions are coming from. In the movie Grease, why is a hickey from Kaniki like a Hallmark card? In Greece, why is a hickey from Kaniki like a Hallmark card? Joshua Gonzalez, one of the moderators. Look at one of the moderators. A hickey from Kaniki. Why is a hickey from Kaniki like a Hallmark card? And this is from Greece. Because I was born to hand jive. So were you. And I bet none of you were beauty school dropouts. No graduation day for you. Missed her midterms and got the flu. Anyway, why is a hickey from Kaniki like a Hallmark card? I know that's one of the most obscure questions I've probably asked on this. But it's my show, man. It's my show. And if I want to get that weird and that, I don't know. It makes you feel better. No, a hickey from Kaniki is like a Hallmark card because... Why? Because they seem like it's marriage. Nope. Sandpit Entertainment doesn't want the tickets in the wrong state. Okay, well, you don't have anyone to Okay. I'll give those tickets to somebody else. That's fine. Prestonian says because the way they dress. No. Why is a hickey from Kaniki like a Hallmark card? You gotta think about Hallmark. I mean, that's a pretty damn obscure. Maybe I'm just too clever for my own good sometimes. I don't even know why I thought about that. It's not like I think about the great Frankie Avalon, says Tom Jr. Jackson, beauty school dropout. Mr. Midterms and got the flu. Yes. Look at me, I'm Sandra D. You and I have different takes on hand jive, says Paul in Long Beach. I'll bet we don't. To be honest, I'll bet we really don't, Paul. Come on now. Joshua Gonzalez, you could use the Burnettwork email, but it might not get here in time because Mike Bodden is traveling tomorrow. But I'm going to give it to Gutty Chris 18 because you send it to your very best, because you care enough to send the very best. But that was close enough. A hickey from Kaniki is like a Hallmark card. You care enough to send the very best. I'm going to give that to you. I'm going to give that to you, Gutty Chris 18. So Gutty Chris 18, you're probably not in California either. But, hey, if you are, and you can be in Encino at 4:20 in the afternoon this Friday, the 3rd of September, then you can have 2 tickets to Tango Shalom. And if you can't, you want them. So you can always send them to friends. Now I've lost you. Where did that go? Where are you? You were there. I saw you. Oh, there you are. Gutty Chris 18. Make sure that Gutty Chris 18 sends in an email so he can get his tickets. Gutty Chris 18. There you go. And I'm going to make sure you've got your 2 tickets. How much fun is that? No one's asked me any questions about independent film or making this damn movie. Not that you have to. You've heard me talk about it for, how many years now? Aren't you going to be happy when I'm not talking about this movie anymore? When you no longer have to come to this channel and hear me talk about it? All right. We're going to ask another question. Let's go back to New York City. New York. There's a little punk rock for you. This goes back to Friday night, opening night at the Angelica. 9:45 on September 3rd, this Friday. For New York City's Angelica, it's actually the Village East. The Village East. That's my Sean Connery. When Cortez made it to the New World. So that's not a very good Sean Connery impression. Anyway, so Friday night, 9:45 at the Angelica, the Village East by Angelica. 2 tickets to paradise, otherwise known as Tango Shalom. I got to come up with a question. Oh, that's a good question, but I don't know the answer to that. Gutty Chris 18 says, thank you, Rob. Where do I send the email to? Well, our moderators, like Joshua Levesque, knows how to get in touch with me directly. He's in the chat. He can probably help you out with that. By the way, she says, I'm going to say forever just because I love going, it just makes me feel good in my mouth. So she says, I'll always talk about Tango Shalom. I know, it's kind of like Rick and Ilsa. They'll always have Paris, right? I guess I'll always have Tango Shalom. Fantastic. Let's see. No, Paul wants an interview with the balloon when the 4K arrives. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like there's a 4K in the future of Tango Shalom, which is sad. I want to work on that, though. Rob, what are the odds of Tango Shalom getting into the Independent Spirit Awards? Well, Tom Jr. Jackson, it definitely can be nominated for the Independent Spirit Awards. It certainly fits into their criteria. It certainly was independent, and it has a lot of spirit. So maybe it'll get in there. It's definitely, I would love to see that. That would be quite amazing. We're working on the sequel, Shabbos Night Fever. Anyway, let's see. I'm going to ask another question. Another question. Who is the female lead opposite Sean Connery in John Borman's seminal 1974 science fiction future shocker? Zardoz Speaks to You. Who was it? I'll give you a hint. She's also in Dune. The upcoming Dune, not Sean. Oh, I don't want to give you more. Who's the female lead in Zardoz opposite Sean Connery? I'll give you another hint. She's also in Dune. Yes, that's right. Denis Villeneuve's Dune that I'm eagerly awaiting. I mean, I've been, it's amazing. Tango and Cash Shalom. That would actually be kind of funny. What do you think? No takers? Zardoz and Dune. Kingslayer says Zendaya. Elizabeth Bell says Zed. Zed? Hungry Boy. Jenny Agutter. That's Logan's Run, Hungry Boy. Zed is Sean Connery's character. Oh, you say you love Zed. Elizabeth Bell loves Zed. She does love Zed. But who played opposite Sean Connery? Who is the female lead? That is, Chris Burbank with the right answer. Charlotte Rampling. Watch The Night Porter or Woody Allen's Stardust Memories. I'm telling you. Or My Beloved Never Let Me Go. Good one. Good one. So hang on. That was Chris Burbank. Chris Burbank, if you are in and around New York City, you have won tickets to the opening night of Tango Shalom at the Village East Angelica. And if you don't want to use them or you don't want them, tell me. Or if you know somebody in New York who might want to use them, I will email these tickets to you. And you can send them on to a friend. I trust you not to send them to a bunch of different people because that would be mean. A mean thing to do. But Chris Burbank got it. Charlotte Rampling was correct. Zed's Cinema Cult says, Zed's dead, honey. Zed's dead. Red Marbles. What science fiction writer co-wrote 2001: A Space Odyssey? Okay, Red Marbles, since you threw that out one, I'll throw that. For another set of tickets for opening night of Tango Shalom at the Angelica at 9:45 Friday night. Who co-wrote 2001: A Space Odyssey with director Stanley Kubrick? Chris Burbank said, I donate my tickets to the dude who said the Kaniki answer. They already got those tickets. Let's see. Who, do you know? What science fiction writer co-wrote 2001: A Space Odyssey with director Stanley Kubrick? Anyone? Bueller? Bueller. Ricky B, 2001 Space Odyssey writer. Yes, but who was that? Who was that? Bootsy Playboy for the win. Arthur C. Clarke. That is correct. Bootsy Playboy. Bootsy Playboy, I do not know if you are in and around New York City, but if you are, you just won tickets to the Village East by Angelica for the 9:45 show of Tango Shalom in New York City. If you can't go, you can send these tickets to somebody who can go. So there you go. Hungry Boy says the sequel title for Tango Shalom, Big Trouble in Little Hala. I love it. So there you go. Well, we've only got 2 sets of tickets for the Angelica. We got Chris Burbank, Bootsy Playboy, and Louis Terrazas who won. So let's go back to California and let's get those dank nugs. Let's get those dank nugs at 4:20. 4:20 on Friday afternoon at the Lemley's Town Center Theater, a great art house theater. Bootsy Playboy says you're over here in LA. Well, Bootsy Playboy, I'll tell you what, buddy. I will change your tickets, and I will give you 2 tickets to go to the. I will take your name off of the Angelica tickets, and you, sir, have won 2 tickets to this Friday, 4:20, the dankest of dank nugs, a 4:20 showing of Tango Shalom at the Town Center, the Lemley's Town Center, 4:20 this Friday. So there you go, Bootsy Playboy. Don't say I never did anything for you. You have won tickets, 2 tickets to see Tango Shalom. And if you can't use them, hey, you can pass them along. Just make sure the moderators get your email, because I want to send these out as soon as I stop streaming. So how about that? So let's see. Ash Chowan says, do we have to be high to see this movie? No, you do not. You do not have to be high. Jeremiah Bailey. Jeremiah Bailey dun was a good friend of mine. How are you, Jeremiah Bailey? Jesse Swarbick says, Rob's got 2 tickets to Paradise. Won't you pack your bags and leave tonight? Jeremiah says, yes, I am back. I was back yesterday. So there you go. Bootsy Playboy says, thanks, you demand Rob, 100%. Bootsy, just make sure that we got your email, so we can send you tickets to the 4:20 show, the dankest of dank shows, at the Village, or the Town Center, Encino. Let's drop back to New York City. New York City. Now we're going to go back to Saturday. This Saturday at 11:15. You can join. Well, Paul in Long Beach. You're not going to be here, I know. So anyway, change those tickets, I know. So the Angelica, again, the Village East by Angelica, Saturday morning at 11:15. Take your Tinder date. Then you can go talk about the movie afterwards. Joe K says, Rob, your show makes me hard as metal. See what I did there? I see what you did there, and I'm glad. Hungry Boys says, no ganja witnessing Lainey Kazan. You know, she was in Playboy. So that's fantastic. So again, if you are in New York City and you want to see Tango Shalom at 11:15 in the morning, Saturday the 4th of September, a day you'll always remember. Yes, you will. That's the day you saw Tango Shalom in a movie theater, which still blows me away. I can't believe it. So anyway, if you want to ask this or answer this trivia question, if you're in New York City, you can give me the title of 2 of Martin Scorsese's movies that take place in New York City. 2! Just 2. If you can, 2 of Martin Scorsese's films that take place in New York City. 2 movies. Anyone? 2 movies that Martin Scorsese made that take place in New York City. That he directed, by the way. That he directed. He had to have directed it, not produce it. He directed them. 2 movies that take place in New York City. Goodfellas and Mean Streets, ba-bam! The Kingslayer. The Kingslayer, the one-armed Kingslayer. You win. All right, Kingslayer, you get tickets to go see Tango Shalom, another movie that takes place in New York City, in Brooklyn, Crown Heights. The Kingslayer, all you have to do, get in touch with one of my moderators, send them your info. Where can we send you these tickets? And if you can't use them and you know somebody that lives in New York that wants to, well, you can send them the tickets. You can. So the Kingslayer, you have won 2 tickets to the Saturday morning, the 11:15 show of Tango Shalom at the East Village by Angelica. How excited are you? I think you're very excited. And that was good. So you nailed that one. Joe K, a little slow on the uptake, but yes. Congratulations. So we're going to add, you know what, I'll just keep going. Why don't I close this out? Sean's World sent in another, hey you. I don't know the names of these great badges, these Super Chat badges, but thank you, Sean's World. I want to come to your planet now. It's Sean's World. I think it'd be cool to go to a planet where you just contact, like you're in the Enterprise, and you contact somebody, you know, you dial up, you have Uhura make the call, and instead of like somebody saying, greetings, it's like, yo, it's Sean. Welcome to my world. I think that'd be great. They got to do an episode of Lower Decks like that. So thank you for that Super Chat sticker, Sean's World. I appreciate that. Jeremiah Bailey says, if I won anything, can I send it to Mikey Lito? Well, I think Mikey Lito is already going with I think that I'm not sure, but I think he's already going with would have to confirm that. Should we expect a post-credit scene for Tango Shalom? No, there's no post-credit scene for Tango Shalom, but there is a long scene with the balloon. You'll know why later, but it takes place all over the end credits. But it would have been funny to put an end credits scene in Tango Shalom. Let's see. Gosh, I have to come up. It's hard to come up with made-up questions on the fly like this. All right. What's the name of Boba Fett's starship? What's the name of Boba Fett's starship? Sean's World sends in another Super Chat sticker. Thank you for that. What's the name of Boba Fett's starship? Who's up on their front page news? We'll see. Joe K says the Slave Master. No. Nope. Slave 1, Joshua Levesque. Nope. Chris Gore says the Slave 1. No. Bootsy Playboy gets it right. Boba Fett's starship is the Fire Spray. Hey, don't shoot the messenger, people. Don't shoot the messenger. It used to be the Slave 1, but not anymore. So Bootsy Playboy, but you already won, Bootsy Playboy. The Slave 1, like, you know, Joshua Levesque. It was a Fire Spray, but I already said it. It was already in the chat. So yeah, I know. Don't shoot the messenger. I will never call it anything but the Slave 1. I have a beautiful die-cast Slave 1 right over there, made by Code 3, that I will never part with. And so there you go. But anyway, But Bootsy Playboy, you already, come on, man. You already had it. There you go. Brian Heppard, Kuat Systems Engineering Fire Spray 31 Class Patrol Craft. Yeah. I actually do like the fire spray. It's kind of cool. Rogue Thinker says, I don't need a ticket, but it is Slave One, and Han was the only one to shoot. I know. Fire spray's not canon, says Chris Gore. Chris Gore, the great Chris Gore. My God, film threat Chris Gore is here in the chat. And if you haven't seen his appearances on Film Courage on YouTube, I suggest you tune in. They're quite interesting, quite entertaining. Jeremiah Bailey says, why change the Slave One but not talk about Chinese slavery as Mulan was being filmed? We live in crazy times. All right, you know what? I'll ask another Star Wars question. I was just trying to be cutesy with that one. Gosh, there's so many Star Wars questions I can ask, but okay. What was the number of the landing platform that the Millennium Falcon landed on at Bespin in The Empire Strikes Back? The number. I'm looking for the number of the landing platform. Platform number what? Where did the Millennium Falcon land in Cloud City? Ha ha ha. There's one. Chris says I'm the master of Slave One. So if you want to win a ticket to the Angelica, the Village East Angelica to Tango Shalom at 11:15, tell me the number of the landing platform where the Millennium Falcon landed at in Cloud City. Kingslayer says 69. Oh, Danny Pearson gets it. Donnie Pearson gets it. 327. That is a correct answer, Donnie Pearson. By the way, I pulled that out of my head, by the way. 327. Donnie Pearson gets it. Donnie Pearson, please make sure that your name gets into one of the moderators. You won 2 tickets to see the Saturday at 11:15 a.m. show at the Village East by Angelica. That is Donnie Pearson. You won. You got the correct answer. The Millennium Falcon landed on platform 327 in Cloud City, and The Empire Strikes Back. So Donnie Pearson nailed it. Well done, Donnie Pearson. Dude Googled, hey, you know what? If you're fast on your fingers, yeah, I know, that's what she said. But, hey, you win. So there's 2 more tickets to give away. Let's see. What can I ask? What question can I pull off the top of my head here? I'm looking around, and I would say, here's one. What movie does Morgan Freeman co-star in with Christopher Reeve? What movie does Morgan Freeman co-star in with Christopher Reeve, you imagination connoisseurs? I know, everyone's going to IMDb. Christopher Reeve and Morgan Freeman. One of Morgan Freeman's first movies, by the way. He started late in life. Morgan Freeman and Superman himself. We'll see. I feel like I'm like in the movie trivia. Oh, Jesse Swarbrick said it. Didn't you already win, Jesse? Street smart Chris Holt. Sweet smart. Paul, look, you guys all went to the IMDb at the same time. It was like, brrr. Okay, but Jesse Swarbrick, or is it Swarbrick? Did you already win, Jesse? Come on. But you did win. You did come in first on that one. So I'm going to put you down. So, Jesse, if you want to go to the Angelica at 11:15 a.m. on Saturday the 4th, you can. And get in touch with one of the moderators to send me your info. All right, this is our last ticket that we're giving away for the Angelica on September 4th, ladies and gentlemen. September 4th at 11:15. I'm telling you, make it your first date with a lovely person. It's a sweet movie, and you take that person out afterwards. However you identify across these 28 known galaxies, whoever you want to take out to Tango Shalom, I promise you'll have a sweet time at the movies. And to be honest, you'll have a great lunch and probably get a little afternoon delight. If you know what I'm saying, Tango Shalom will bring that to you. So, one more person is going to win tickets to see the 11:15 show of Tango Shalom at the Village East Angelica. Let's see. This is not the last ticket giveaway. This is only the last ticket giveaway at this particular showing of... I have 30 tickets to give away, brah. So thank you to Kristen Bedno at Vision Films for making this possible. By the way, she has like... Kristen, if you can't not love talking to her because she sounds like a character in a movie. Whether it's an animated movie, whether it's just a movie. She's got one of my favorite voices I've ever heard. I'm a big voice guy. I like people's voices, the way they sound. And she's got a voice that is, it's both real, unreal, and yet if I ever got on the wrong side of her, it would scare the hell out of me. It really would. Donnie Pearson says, I am in your P&W, Rob. Oh, Donnie, so wait. So I guess you won't be going to the Angelica? Well, listen, if you know somebody there in New York, if you have somebody you can send them to, or if you want me to just give them away to someone else who's in New York, either way, it's up to you. It's up to you. Here's one. Richard Matheson's book, I Am Legend, has been turned into how many feature films? Richard Matheson's book, I Am Legend, has been turned into how many feature films? I know. We'll see. How many films has... Oh! Steven Anderson with the answer. The answer is 3. You are correct, Steven Anderson. The answer is 3. So, Steven Anderson, if you are in New York City, you just won tickets for the 11:15 showing of Tango Shalom at the East Village. So, there you go. Hang on. If you get in touch with... Everyone thinks 2 films. No, it's not. Steven Anderson, get in touch with my moderators. And if you don't, if you can't see the film, maybe you know somebody in New York, or if you don't want the ticket, and you want somebody else who maybe lives in New York or close by, that's okay too. So we've got Donnie Pearson, Jesse Swarbrick, Kingslayer, Joshua Gonzalez, and Steven Anderson all won tickets to the Angelica on Saturday at the 11:15 show of Tango Shalom. Bert sends in a super chat and says, Rob, I thought Sabbath is from sundown Friday to sundown Saturday. It is. Does that affect the Tango and Shalom viewings? You do midnight metal on the Sabbath? I am not a very observant Jew. I went to Temple D. Hirsch growing up, or as some people like to call it, Temple D. Church. So I'm not a very observant Jew, I am sorry to say. My family made me have a religious education, but they didn't support it at home, although I do consider myself a Jew. We are God's chosen people. I did have to learn Hebrew. I was bar mitzvahed. I don't, I think about my like Dan Bat El Habayit, Ima Ba'a El Habayit, all that stuff. Dan's in the house, Mom's in the house. I know very little, but yes. And my family did build a synagogue in Seattle, so I guess that counts for something. The Schoenfeld Gardner Foundation. So there you go. Let's see what we got now. Where are we at in our ticket giveaway? Let's go back to the Lemley. The Lemley. We got 2 tickets left for the Lemley so far. We got Mr. Gutty Chris 18, Bootsy Playboy, Sandpit Entertainment, who I don't think is in LA. I'm not sure. Doesn't want those tickets. And of course, Paulie and his lovely lady and his mom, if Paulie wants them. Let's see. Well, that's it. I mean, I think that's it. I don't know. I think actually we've Donnie Pearson says we'll go ahead and give the tickets to someone else. All right, Donnie. Okay, let's do that then. If somebody's in New York, Donnie Pearson has said it is okay. He's given up his New York tickets for 11:15 on Saturday morning, this Saturday, to see Tango Shalom. Oh, wait, Kristen. I just got a message from Kristen. Let's see if she wants me to read it live or if I have more work to do. If you want to send people to okay. Here's one. If you want to send people to, let's see, Kristen, the Kristen I'm talking about, the Kristen with the voice. I wish you could hear her voice. You know what? I'm gonna call her, and if she's watching this show right now, she might not be, but I'm gonna call her right now and see if you'll hear her voice, and you'll know what I'm saying. Let's see. I'm gonna call her and see if I'm gonna see if she answers the phone, because you know how I call people on this show. Let's see if she answers, because I'm gonna interview her live. If she picks up, she might not pick up, because she works by text. We'll see. Kristen, come on. Maybe she's scared what I'll ask her. I'm not going to ask you anything bad if you're watching. Well, maybe she's on the phone with someone else. It's great because you got to hear her voice. You'll see what I'm saying. All right. She's not going to pick up. Maybe she'll call back. Anyway, so Donnie Pearson's giving up his tickets for the 11:15 show of Tango Shalom at the Village East by Angelica. Let's see. I got to come up with another answer. Oh wait, Kristen's calling back. Ooh, I got to ask her. Hey, can I put you live on the show? Okay, hang on. Okay, so I've been extolling the virtues of your voice and how I love. So. Oh my
gosh, that's so funny. I've been listening. You're doing such an incredible job. This is my very first show watching you, and you're just such a blast. And what an incredible audience.
Well, okay. Can I interview you a little bit about this film?
Oh, Lord have mercy, sure.
So, what was it like when you first saw Tango Shalom? I mean, obviously, you're in distribution, and I explained early on that one of the worst things ever is distributors having to listen to filmmakers try and beg them to see their movies.
It's true. It's true.
So what was it like? You were a judge at the Brooklyn Film Festival, right?
I was. It was a really cool thing. It was a girlfriend of mine. She couldn't make it. She was pregnant, and she said, "Hey, can you fill in for me?" And they were so incredible at that festival. And I saw the film, and I just fell in love.
Well, see, that's even more amazing because I did not know you were replacing your pregnant friend.
I was.
So maybe it was, as they say in the movie, Hashem stepped in to make sure that you saw this movie. You might be the woman that changed all of our destinies.
No, I think we're all in the right place at the right time. And I got to tell you, working with you, Robert, and your team, and all the producers, and Gabriel, and the lovely stars of the film, you just have filled my life with so much joy, and we're working around the clock 24/7 to do everything that we can to spread the word in New York and LA and beyond. We feel so grateful to be part of your journey. Thank you so much for allowing us in.
Wow, I mean, you're the first distribution company that's ever said thank you to me as a filmmaker. That's amazing. So let me ask you, would you like to ask a trivia question to our audience?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Let me think. I feel like it should have something to do with, hold on, I'm looking at my husband right now because he's sitting next to me. Okay, so
He's probably going, what the hell's happening right now?
Yeah, what is happening? So, okay.
You could ask him too. I don't know your husband. He can come up with a trivia question as well.
Oh, yeah. Okay, here's a question. Who was the Oscar-winning actress who played Maud Lebowski in The Big Lebowski?
Ooh, that's a good question. Okay, for those of you, who was the Oscar-winning actress that played Maud Lebowski in The Big Lebowski? And that was asked by, of course, Christian Bedno. Are you the senior vice president, or are you just the vice president? Does it matter?
I'm all things good and holy.
See, I think you're kind of like the Grand Poobah. You're kind of like the Dalai Lama of distribution for me right now.
So Lisa Romanoff, who's the CEO and managing director of Vision, we give her the name of princess, or of queen of everything, and I'm the princess of everything. So that'll clear everything up.
Hungry Boy says that you sound like Carol Kane, and he loves it.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's great. Let's see if I can make a career out of it, shall we?
Do you know Carol Kane? Wasn't Carol Kane the babysitter in He Knows You're Alone? At the beginning, it's like, have you checked the children? And the cops call back and go, the call's coming from inside the house.
Right. Well, it looks like you have a couple of successful answers here.
Oh, did somebody? I wasn't even looking. Oh, Julianne Moore.
There you go.
There you go. I think Ricky B, our own Ricky B, who's a member of the channel, Ricky B wins that one. I'm a huge Julianne Moore fan. All right, that was a good question.
Indeed. What a great character. Congratulations, Ricky.
So, Ricky, if you or anyone you know is going to be around at 11:15, you can go to the East Village by Angelica and see this movie. I've been telling people that, they should take a date.
Ricky, you're a good man and thorough.
There you go. Well, listen, I didn't quite, the text you sent me, do you want to tell people, like, you were going to send people to somewhere to go places?
Oh, sure. If anybody is in the LA or New York area and you're interested in seeing the film over the Labor Day weekend, you can email press, PRESS, at visionfilms.net, and we have lots and lots of tickets to give away. So if you didn't win something tonight with Rob has a bunch more tickets to give away, but you can absolutely email press@visionfilms.net, and we'll make sure we get you a ticket.
Well, that's fantastic. Thank you for that. And I want to thank your husband for letting me borrow you for these fleeting moments. This was lovely. And
anytime, Rob, I adore you. Thank you, everybody, for showing up tonight and for supporting Tango Shalom. We're so excited.
Well, thank you so much.
Okay, take care. Have a good night. Good
night. By the way, she's going to work till like 1 a.m, just so you know. So Ricky B, you get those tickets. Now, if you want to use them, you can. And send your information, and I'll make sure you get them. Now, let's see. I was told that Jesse Schwarbrick is forfeiting his tickets. Okay, let's go back. So we're on this Angelica screening at 11:15 in the morning at the Village East by Angelica. Jay Maynard 84 says thank you to Kristen for lending us your time. I want to thank her for coming on the show, which is great. Paul in Long Beach says, damn, and here I paid for Saturday. I am sorry. So Jesse Schwarbick, we got another question. You know what? So if Jesse is so we got another question. You win 2 tickets for the Village East at Angelica, which should be fun. And let's see. I got to come up with I got one. 2 films Quentin Tarantino wrote but did not direct. 2 films Quentin Tarantino wrote but did not direct. There's one. There you go. And these are for Angelica tickets. If you know the answer. By the way, S Beam sends in a super chat. Thank you, S Beam. I think you probably sent in a sticker. Mm-hmm. 2 films Quentin Tarantino wrote but did not direct. You guys don't know? I'm surprised. The Richard says I can answer. Oh, Chris Holt gets it. True Romance, Natural Born Killers. Chris Holt, you just won 2 tickets to Paradise, or as we like to call it, Tango Shalom. Indeed. Okay, there we go. So, Chris Holt. Contact the moderators if you want to hang on to those tickets. We'll send them to you, and you can pass them along. But don't send these tickets to multiple people and send multiple people to the theater. That wouldn't be good. So, Chris Holt, contact the moderators. Okay, that gives us Steven Anderson, Joshua Gonzalez, Ricky B, Kingslayer, and Chris Holt filled up our Angelica 11 a.m. screening at the Village East by Angelica, which is pretty cool. So that's always good. Let's see what we've got now. Who else do we have now? We're gonna go to the Angelica. We're going back to the Dank Nug screening. We've still got a couple of sets of tickets to give away for the Village East Angelica at 9:45 p.m. opening night, Friday night. Primo seats. Let's see. Primo seats. So we got 2 more sets. So if you're in New York City, NYC, in and around NYC, and you want tickets to see Tango Shalom at 9:45 at the Village East at Angelica, you can have them if you answer this question. Let's see, I have to come up with one. What was Michael Mann's first theatrically released feature? And name 2 actors that were in it. That's like a 5-pointer in the Schmodown. Michael Mann's first theatrically released feature and 2 actors that are in it. For winning a ticket for Friday night at the Village East by Angelica. Let's see if you'll get that one. Who knows? Maybe you will. We shall see. I don't see. People are Googling now. You can feel it. You can hear the clattering of the keyboards. Tickets come with flight and accommodations for overseas winners. They do not, swag props. I am sorry. I think a normal PGS trivia stream would be very successful even with no prizes. Yeah, I don't want to step on my old friends at the Schmodown, though. You know. But it could be fun. We could do movie trivia. To Live and Die in L.A., Willem Dafoe and Robert Meyer Burnett. No. To Live and Die in L.A. was directed by the great William Friedkin. But you're on the right track. You're on the right track. By the way, did any of you know that Kino Lorber is going to be releasing To Live and Die in L.A. on 4K? Yes, they are. Yes, they are, ladies and gentlemen. They're releasing them on 4K. Amazing. So we'll see. I'm just looking here to see. I'm looking off the side because I'm looking at the live chat so I can see it. I don't know. Jay Maynard 84 says, I would have made more serious guesses if that was the case. I'm just here for the fun. You know what? I like that. I'm just here for the fun. That should be a catchphrase of the channel. We are all goof people, says Tom Jr. Jackson. And Jay Maynard 84 says, I'm just here for the fun. I think that's a good way to be. A good way to be. Yeah, you know, since we're talking about this, why not watch the Tango Shalom trailer one more time? 'Cause why not? Why not?
Rabbi Yehuda, why do women wear scarves scarves or wigs on their heads?
For respect.
My name is Viviana Nieves. What's yours?
The same way it is forbidden for a man to touch any woman other than one's wife.
Moshe, the children.
I had a dream.
That is incorrect, Bootsy Playboy.
Hashem told you to dance in a tango contest?
A Gentile dancing teacher wants to tango with you?
Dance.
In a TV contest?
No! You're a lunatic!
She's a bad mother.
You might find there's no need to touch this woman in tango.
How can I achieve my goal without sacrificing my sacred beliefs?
We're gonna kick him right out of the community.
I got big problems.
Big problems can be such big fun.
How do we convince people that a young, pretty shiksa dancing partner is just a young, pretty shiksa dancing partner?
She should be dressing very modestly. You cannot even touch her hair. You cannot even have eye contact with her. If I understand the communication from that dance tango, it's impossible. Why are you hoping that he sins?
We've got work to do.
We should be praying that he doesn't sin.
I never had a best friend before.
Who is that?
You!
Well, no one has answered this, Michael Mann. Oh, Ricky B. Ricky B just did. Ricky B. The answer is thief. And James Caan and Willie Nelson are in it, along with Tuesday Weld and the great Robert Prosky and Jim Belushi. Believe it or not, which is fantastic. So, I don't know, Ricky B., did you already win tickets? You did. You won tickets to the Angelica on Saturday. I mean, if you want them, you could go see it on Friday night, too. I can't, you did win. You did win. So, Ricky B., I'll give them to you if you want. So you can go Friday night and Saturday night, or Saturday morning. I'll put you down. Just make sure that you send in the proper information so I can get the tickets to you. Okay, we got Bootsy Playboy at the Angelica. We got Chris Burbank. We got Louis Terrazas, Ricky B. And I've got one more set for Friday night at the East Village by Angelica. One more set. And that one more set is, that's all I got. That's all I got for the... Hungry Boy says, the true star of Thief is Tangerine Dream. I'm a huge Tang Dream fan. Have been, and that's because of Thief. Oh, I can't go. Please give them to someone else. All right, Ricky B. I'm giving them to someone else. I'm giving your tickets to someone else. That means I've got tickets now for both Angelica shows. So if you're in New York City, in and around New York City, and you want to be one of the first to see Tango Shalom in a theater, you can. You can. I'm going to give away. Okay, we got the Ricky B is giving up his tickets. We got Chris Holt. We got the Kingslayer. We got Joshua Gonzalez. We got Steven Anderson. And we have one set of tickets for Saturday morning, 11:15 at the Village East at Angelica. So if you want to go, you can win 2 tickets right now if you answer this question. And I have to make it up. Let's see. As I look around, boy, there's lots of this. The Observatory is getting to be a little bit of a mess, to be honest. It's not just a little bit of a mess; it's a big mess. Let's see. Name three actors who have played Superman on the big screen. Kal-El from Krypton. 3 actors that have played that. This should be an easy one. Charlie the Unicorn says, I'm more hyped for Tango Shalom than Shang-Chi. I loved Shang-Chi. Loved it. And I'm very proud that Tom Jr. Jackson asks, how many hot toys does Rob have? I have a lot. I have a lot of hot toys. A lot of hot toys figures. Rogue Thinker says Battleship Yamamoto. Space Battleship Yamato. Reeves, Cavill, and Affleck. Ben Affleck. Oh, you know what? I'm going to give you that, S-Beam. I see what you did there. That was very cheeky. Yep. S-Beam got it. And a lot of you are going to be shaking your head wondering why. I'm not going to explain. But S-Beam, do you want those tickets? You can't. You're not there, are you? Do you want the tickets? Do you want me to send them to you and you send them to somebody else? So I will give them to you. That was a valid answer. And people are still going, wait a minute. Ben Affleck? Yes. That was a cheeky answer. Well done. Tom Jr. Jackson says, I just won tickets to see Tango Shalom. So, the tickets for the Friday at 9:45 show, S-Beam, hey, you can go. You can go to New York City and see it at the Village East Angelica. So, yeah, please email Joshua Levesque, as he says there. And by the way, if any of you heard what Kristen said, if you hit press, P-R-E-S-S, at visionfilms.com, they will hook you up with tickets, even if you didn't get one. Yep, Ash Chowan said Affleck played George Reeves in the biopic Hollywoodland. So that is correct. So that's go. That's awesome. Anyway, so the Angelica tickets have all been won. Oh no, Ricky B can't go. He's got another set of tickets. So we got tickets available at the 11:15 show at the Angelica in New York City. And if you are around in and around New York City and you have nothing to do Saturday morning at 11:15, you can go to the Village East at Angelica or by Angelica, and you can go see Tango Shalom. And if you'd like to see Tango Shalom, you have to answer this question. And that question would be, I don't know. I don't know what the question I want to ask is because I didn't come up with them. Beforehand. As I'm looking around, like looking for something. Oh, okay. What mall was Dawn of the Dead shot in? And what state was it shot in? What is the name of the mall that the original, not the Zack Snyder, the original Dawn of the Dead? What is the name of the mall that Dawn of the Dead was shot in for an 11:15 show? Yes, press at visionfilms.net. If you want to go to see Tango Shalom and you didn't win a trivia question and you are in New York or Los Angeles, Kristen has generously opened up the floodgates to get free tickets. Steven Anderson has to forfeit his tickets as well. So, Steven Anderson, we got more tickets. Charlie the Unicorn says, what is the longest rant about RMB? But what mall was the original Dawn of the Dead shot in? Does anyone have an answer? The Great American Mall in Minneapolis. No, Bert. But I guess that's a good guess. Wrong state, but not a bad guess. The Twin Pines Mall, says Jesse Schwarbeck. I love you guys. You are true bonafide. You're bonafides. You've got the bonafides. I said bonafides and I was corrected. The bonafides. Yes. You have the Bonafides. Very good, very good. Chris Holt says, I emailed Joshua to respectfully forfeit my tickets to the Angelica. So, okay, Chris. That's okay. So Ricky B and Chris Holt can't go. But that's all right. That's all right. So we got more to give away. If you're in New York. Fat Steven Seagal of Crisco Corps sends in a super chat and says, great evening at midnight hour RMB and hot toys. By the way, you can see a preview of this bad boy right here. Yep. But thanks for that, Steven Seagal. I appreciate that. Jeremiah Bailey says, any behind-the-scenes stories you care to share about the production of Tango Shalom? That's actually a good question. I need something a little bit more specific, but I can tell you this story. Here's a story. So I had a lot of creative leeway working with director Gabe Bologna on Tango Shalom. And in the film, without spoiling anything, there is a group of religious leaders that sort of come together in the movie. And one of the religious leaders didn't appear at the end of the film. We didn't actually see him. He was represented, but we didn't see him. And I felt that because of the kind of movie that it is, that we needed to see him. And I suggested to Gabe a way, and this was 2 years into us working together on the film, I suggested, it was something that really bothered me. I'm like, I think we'll get dinged for this. And I suggested what it was. I'm not going to say what it was because it was kind of a spoiler alert. And Gabe agreed. And I gave him a solution. And I said, here's what we could do to put that in the movie. And he did it. He flew to New York and reshot a sequence, a bit. And it's in the film. And it was something that I suggested. And I thought that was pretty cool of him. And everybody agreed with me. And normally, I guess that's earning producing credits. I mean, that's why people ask, what do you do as a producer? And, I say that great producers are the people that gather the team together and make sure the team has everything they need to complete the project correctly. And then they take the credit, which they should, because being an architect of a project. See, to me, the director is the architect of inside the proscenium of a movie. But a producer is the architect of the entire project, because producing a movie is not just the finished film. Producing a movie is getting to that point. And, yeah. Steven Anderson just became an imagination connoisseur. Well, thank you, Steven Anderson. Thank you for joining the channel. We are happy to have you. So anyway, I guess that's a cool story that I had. But let's see, another question, or another. Let's see. I'm looking around all the things that I have here in my office as inspiration to ask another question. Gosh, it's tough because my brain is on overload when I look at these things. All right, maybe I can ask another. Well, I don't know. Why don't you come up with a question? Someone ask a question. Somebody come up with a question, and if I like it, I'll throw it out there, and you can win. Either Ricky B and Chris Holt are giving up their tickets. So, anyone have a good trivia question to ask? Well, anyway, so we've got tickets still available for the 11:15 show of Tango Shalom Saturday morning at the Village East, Angelica. I've got one. Here's one. What was the name of the, I would imagine, Savile Row? What was the name? What brand of suit was Mr. Takagi wearing when Hans Gruber questioned him and eventually shot him in the head in Die Hard? Where did Mr. Takagi shop for his suits in Die Hard? There's one for you. Jeremiah Bailey. I know the answer to that question. As a matter of fact, I have Antichrist on Blu-ray. So there you go. Where does Mr. Takagi buy his suits? Mr. Takagi in Die Hard, who works for the Nakatomi Corporation. Brooks Brothers, no. Savile Row, no, that's Savile Row. I mean that's a place. What is the Matrix? What is the name of the actor killed by the Joker in The Dark Knight? Also in Spawn 1997. That's a good one too. I think making the questions easier would help, but that's no fun. Jesse's work, London. Yeah, that might be a really, really hard question. That was a pretty good, Hungry Boy. I like that question. No, I feel like I'm not. Jay Maynard says, name the most commonly attacked city in the Godzilla films. Madrid? Men's Warehouse. No, you know what? It was John Phillips, London. That's where Mr. Takagi bought his suits. I'll give you an easier one. What was Humphrey Bogart's full name in Casablanca? What was Humphrey Bogart's character's first and last name in Casablanca? This is for tickets for the Angelica at 11:15 in New York City on Saturday morning. So, what was Humphrey Bogart's full character's name? Come on, man. Casablanca? I don't know what to say. Now you guys you're not paying attention. Do you not want, should I play the trailer again? No, not Rhett Butler. That was Gone with the Wind. Different actor. But thanks for playing. Rick Deckard, and he was a replicant. No, his name. But that's close. You got half the name right. That's close. Okay, these are not easy, and they're completely bonkers. They're not totally completely bonkers. Kevin Wellborn got it. Rick Blaine. So, Kevin, do you want tickets to the Angelica? You're taking Ricky B's tickets? I'm going to put you down. If you want them or you want to send them to somebody, you know them in New York, why don't... Look, you can see. Kevin Wellborn got it first. If you're in New York, Kevin Wellborn, you have 2 tickets to the Angelica. And I see... I'm saying Kevin because I can't say Kelvin because it reminds me of J.J. Abrams. So there you got those. So Kevin, if you want those tickets, if you want to give them to somebody, if you don't want them, tell me. I'll give more away. But if you do want them, you can go see Tango Shalom at the Village East Angelica at 11:15 Saturday morning. Kaz Graphics said, I'll miss your premiere, but we'll be in L.A. end of September for work. Let's grab a whiskey or 2. I'm buying, sir. Kaz Graphics, the official cheesemonger of the Burnettwork. You know it. I know it. By the way, Kaz Graphics, if you follow him on Facebook, every picture he posts of himself couldn't be cooler. I just imagine him. I mean, he wears cool hats. I mean, his voice, he probably is. Talks like this. Hi, I'm Kaz Graphics. I'm a graphic designer. I can't wait. We're going out. You and me and Elizabeth. We're going out. It's a date. So, Kelvin Wellborn, you got tickets too. So, we got one more set of tickets. We're going to give up Chris Holt's tickets. And if you're in New York City, in and around New York City, and you want to see Tango Shalom, you want free tickets. Kelvin says I would not be able to leave Australia. Is that where you are? Are you in Australia? So you can't have your tickets? That's okay. Rogue Thinker says, have we covered Star Crash and Battle Beyond the Stars? Okay, here you go. No. All right. Who played Saint Exmund of the Valkyrie in Battle Beyond the Stars? Live fast, fight free, and have a beautiful ending. Which actress played Saint Exmund of the Valkyrie in Battle Beyond the Stars? Tell me your name. And you can have Kevin Wellborn's tickets because they won't let him leave Australia. General, Australia. So there you go. Anyone? Battle Beyond the Stars? Saint Exmund of the Valkyrie? Or the Valkyrie? Depending on... I love Australia. Mikey Lito says, is Jeremiah Bailey here? I love it. Yes. Yes, Mikey Lito is. Here's a question. When will the film festival end? The same chick as in Howling 2. That is true, Hungry Boy, but what is her name? What is her name? You know what? I'm going to give that to you, Hungry Boy. Do you want to go this show? I'll give you those tickets. Sybil Danning. Sybil Danning. So, Kevin Wellborn, you know, this is going on too long. I was hoping I'd be done by now. Well, the answer it is going to come on now. We're going back. I want to answer more questions, but I can't go to any of them. Well, I'll tell you. You know what? I'll keep these tickets. I'll give them away on the show. I'll ask if people want to. I'll keep them. I'll keep them, and I won't give them away. Why don't I not give any more away? Because I can say, the people that have won that want your tickets, please email the moderator or moderators. Joshua Levesque is collecting tickets, collecting names. I'll send you those tickets. I've got more to give away, and if you do want tickets, but we're too bashful, or you want to get tickets to go to see Tango Shalom, either here in California at Encino, the town center in Encino, or you want to go to the Angelica, the Village East at Angelica, you can get tickets by writing to press@visionfilms.com and say you want free tickets to Tango Shalom, and you will be sent free tickets to Tango Shalom. How cool is that? So, there you go. And on that note, kids, this has been fun. I didn't know how this would go. Francisco Montez sends in a super chat. Thank you, Francisco Montez. But I am going to end this fun stream about Tango Shalom. I'm very excited, as you can probably tell. Very excited about Tango Shalom opening this week in Los Angeles and in New York City. Oh, Francesco Montez sends in a super chat sticker badge. Thank you for that. Mikey Lito, you're going to Times Square. We're not giving those tickets away, although maybe you can get them at press@visionfilms.com. Well, listen, everyone, I want to thank you all for participating in this fun giveaway, and thank you for helping me promote Tango Shalom. Tell your friends. I mean, the fate of my life could change for the better or the worse, depending on whether or not you, only you can prevent forest fires, because they've closed all the forests down at midnight tonight in California. They have, actually. That's a true story. But tell your friends, tell your family. If you can't see Tango Shalom in a theater near you, it does come out on VOD on October 29th. Support independent cinema and support your boy RMB, and support Vision Films and Kristen, who you met tonight. So anyway, thank you all for being here. As always, I want to thank my moderating staff for doing a great job. Joshua Levesque, Justin Toner, Elizabeth Gwendolyn Bell was here. I want to thank you guys. I don't know how many other people are here. Did people stay or did they go? Yes. So thank you to everyone. And I want to thank all of you viewers that tuned in on this crazy show that I just, wasn't scheduled. So thank you for doing that. I want to thank you to everyone who supports the channel generously through tips and super chats. Thank you. Keeps it all going. Because I don't know what Bobby going to do now that Tango Shalom done. I don't know. What am I going to do for life? Like, what? I really don't know, to be honest. I mean, there is, of course, Dota Season 2 moves forward, but there's the game's afoot. There's stuff happening. Good stuff I hope to talk about soon. But anyway, right now it's all about Tango Shalom. But I want to thank you all for supporting the channel and the dream that has been made real by Vision Films, who is releasing it. And by the way, if you live in Russia, if anyone's rushing to Russia, Tango Shalom will be playing theatrically throughout Russia, which is pretty amazing. That was our first territory that we sold, and they're putting it everywhere. I think it's going into like every single Russian territory. Are they states? Do you call them states? But it's going to be everywhere in Russia, which is pretty cool. And on that note, you will see me back on the John Campea Show tomorrow. You will see me on What Toys over on Az's channel. Again, I don't know if there can be a Robservations because there's an event that I'll tell you about later that I'll be going to tomorrow. So I'll talk about that then. And to everyone, thank you for being a part of this strange little stream. And I will see you again. And remember, every person you meet has a story to tell that you have yet to hear. And all you have to do is listen. And on that note, as always, have a better day.